This episode is brought to you by JPS Computers, SMP Inc., and my new sponsor, Red Rock Harley-Davidson, right here in Las Vegas. I'm really excited because in the last 7 months, it was in June, I got to launch this extension of myself, a podcast. I got approached by John Orlando from Action Junkies right here at Sticky Paws Studios, and he gave me the opportunity on a Thursday, and he said, look, you could have your own podcast. You could start as early as Monday. And I called him up that night, and I said, if you're serious, I got a band rolling through town. They're on tour. They're called Otherwise, and big rock band, and I have 0 followers, and they said yes to being on my show. And I put together a logo really fast. Thank you to Rob Bourbon all the way in Germany. Thank you so much, dude. He threw that together. And then I walked in here on Monday not knowing what to do. And the guys that are my guests today are the guys that taught me the ropes of all this. I'm learning from guys that are very young. Yep, that's you guys. I'm learning from a bunch of guys.
Is that us?
Yeah, that's you guys. So this is very exciting to me because I got a chance to launch a Hero's Journey podcast. And John's partner is Travis Flesher, sitting right here, right next to me. Dude, I was so nervous when you were running the controls.
Yeah?
And I was. That very first day that I had the guys.
I'm not very intimidating looking.
No,
I'm surprised that you were that
and not your shirts either.
Yeah.
But what was really cool is when Chase, the voice, my producer, stepped up and said, hey, can I have Bryan's show? He came to you, and here we are. So, guys, I want to introduce the guys that I'm learning everything from. I mean, you guys, you've tapped into your own shows. You guys have created this culture in here. I stopped by literally just to get a shot of like that creative,
the creative
energy.
Heroin. We call it creative heroin.
Heroin?
Yeah,
I love it.
It's that
We're all
addictive.
addicts, by the way.
For real, like I see Ode in here all the time. The guy is over there beating everybody's ass in the gym next door. He jumps the wall or rides his bike over here. And then he sits down and wants to, start working on his stuff. And I feel the exact same way. I stop in and you guys are like, what do you need? What do you want? I'm like, nothing. I just want to be around you guys. So I got Travis Flesher, everybody. They call him Chief Nerd.
Chief Nerd.
You got the voice behind their...
Yo. Hold on. I've got a lower third here somewhere. Boom.
There it is.
I think this is the first time for this.
Yeah, there you go. And George, they call you the teacher, correct?
Correct. I am the instructor around this ship. It's just funny how a podcast validates anyone. Mm-hmm. You had mentioned like just not knowing what to do, but then that person like wanted to join your show. And that's just kind of why we all started our own shows. Like you need to have one so you can invite anybody on that
for any reason.
whatsoever.
Immediately legitimizes you.
You guys didn't even know you're going to be on this show until like 15 minutes ago?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not even gonna lie, I feel so honored. Like,
Dude, I love you.
It always feels good when like our hosts, see us more than just an engineer or a voice.
Oh, you guys are really talented at what you do, and not to leave you out, Austin. What do we call Austin around here other than just
Pops?
I'm
Pops.
Because I'm the oldest one out of the 4 of us, and I'm the only one with a ball and child.
He's the only one that doesn't know how to use condoms.
You know what's really cool is I allowed you guys. I said, hey, if you guys are going to come on, you got to decorate your corner. For your show. Mm-hmm. And Travis looked at me and goes, no, I like that. That's cool. Just give me that.
I just have the time code slate.
Yeah, which is it's killer.
Filmmaking background, that's that slate is kind of like what made me want to get into filmmaking. Like this, like you see like and behind the scenes, they always have this fancy slate,
Yeah.
Like in my head is like the moment I'm able to afford that and use it on set is when I've made it. Obviously, that's not true because I'm, not filmmaking and I have one now. But it's like a trophy I've earned myself.
But actually, what I watch you do in here is you help people, you coach them, you walk in and you guys have like these team meetings. Like, how are we going to create this? This is what we're going to do. Bryan's going to be on location. We're going to shoot this. Austin, this is what I see. And you're giving them direction and you're not even there. Yep. And that's what's really cool. And don't think that I'm not going to utilize you guys because I have music videos and things like that that I got to shoot. I even brought it up to you on the way in here, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, I'm hitting the road. I can't make that announcement because this episode goes out today, but I can't make the announcement yet. But I'm going out on the road, and I thought, man, you'd be the perfect guy to jump on the bus with us and start shooting, this week-long shoot. And but I will figure out a way to make that happen. And I know he'll be coaching you.
No, I don't need Travis.
You're like Travis.
I have graduated from Travis University. Okay, I don't have the shirts yet. They're coming in the mail.
Yeah, you got to wear duck shirts.
Yeah, I have to wear duck
Christmas
shirts. I'm not wearing graphic tees anymore though, so I'm slowly leaning away from that. But
because you joined Men of Action.
Yeah. No, I'm not. No.
Oh.
Wait till he starts calling you wanting alumni money.
Yeah.
What do you mean alumni money? I work here. What more do you need from me?
I pay him to get him learnt on his own stuff. Colleges don't do that.
Right?
That's why I dropped out.
So when I started here, you just started at the same time, your own podcast, all of you, including Chase, who decided, let's start a podcast and I'm going to go to Austria and sing
I didn't decide this. I was like, they were like, yeah, the perfect time to start the Sticky podcast 2 weeks before you leave for 7 weeks. I'm like, all right, guys, cool. Yeah. You will never live this down.
You did the same thing to me though. Hey, I want to do your show. And then, oh, by the way, I'm leaving for 7 weeks. So
yeah, it's kind of funny how life happens that way, isn't it?
Chase, you went to Austria. You should just be telling us to go screw ourselves.
Yeah, truly.
Honestly, I'm so jealous. I could have slashed your tires. I still wouldn't it still wouldn't match. You went to Austria.
True that.
I believe in what we're doing here, so that's one of the only reasons I didn't just stay out there.
Hey guys, he was working. He had his computer here.
He did,
and he was remoting into it from 100%. An Austrian dormitory.
With no AC.
Why do you have to say it like that? An Austrian dormitory where he was learning witchcraft.
I wanted to say it because it's not accommodating for definitely for internet connections. So he was able to edit your show.
He did
a bunch of other people's show remotely from his laptop in Austria.
7,000 miles away.
It was
cool.
It was awesome, man. I was just teasing you, and I was really proud of you. I was giving you. I wanted to know what you were doing at that time. I wanted to know what was going on, and then when you got locked down, COVID, I was bummed for you. But it was really cool to watch you do your thing out there, and I showed up a couple weeks ago now to your performance here at UNLV.
Yeah.
At UNLV, right?
UNLV.
I didn't want it to be LVAC and
like a gym.
It was actually 24-hour fitness.
You performed in the EOS movie room.
Metal. It's
the tanning bedroom.
Singing is an athletic sport, okay? Yeah. I don't want to hear it.
It was
really, Bryan, cool. You've been such a great supporter of everything that I do and everything that we do here.
Thanks, man.
We're really grateful for everything you do here, man.
You're an actor.
Yeah. Hey.
There have been many times where I've been like, Bryan, call time tomorrow is 4 p.m. I need you here.
That's true. I was a part of a couple.
You've been in 2 of them.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Watching you get thrown up against a wall. And, yeah. And then where I robbed the place. That was cool.
Actually, do you have that stuff, by the way? We're still missing it.
The stuff he stole?
Yeah. No, I'm out of here.
He actually split the money with me.
It was an inside
job.
So back to you guys. It's called Sticky Pod.
Sticky Podcast.
Right? Sticky Podcast, which is Sticky Paws Studios, but Sticky Podcast. You got to go check it out. You guys have no boundaries.
No.
That might be our downfall.
Y'all said it at the same time. No.
Yeah.
I think it inhibits our creativity is knowing that there's a couple things that we learned that we can't talk about very quickly. We were just ooh, no. We just can't even graze that topic because of algorithms and stuff like that.
On the very first episode.
Yeah. So, but we don't want to be, we wanted a show that we didn't have to plan for really, that we didn't feel like we had to go out of our way to make it happen. We just wanted something that's so organic to us and our vibrations of the studio that it just, we have one today, and we've done zero planning. We have a few topics, but we're going to go in it knowing that we're just going to have fun and just do it. So
that is awesome.
Because that's all the podcast world is. People overcomplicate this. I don't see the overcomplication behind just doing a show. Mm-hmm. So many people just don't even realize that speaking anything is better than nothing.
Right.
And you just have to do it for 10 seconds and you can be Instagram famous or TikTok famous. And
so true.
You can build a great following though if you are consistent.
Yeah.
And although we aren't rolling in the views right now, eventually we will be.
Dude,
just because
your podcast that you've been doing, Gridiron Junkies, wow.
Right.
That has been popping off.
But it's here, I even hit this wall, though, to myself 2 weeks ago, and there's a lot of shows that go on around here, but for us to do shows, we really have to find those hours in the day that nothing else is going on.
Yeah.
Right.
Because nothing trumps what you do or what the clients that we have do. So we have to, nitpick those times and spaces to work. I had missed like 2 weeks and I felt like shit, but it wasn't because there wasn't time. It was just because I was having like a bit of a mental lapse.
That happens with all of us, man.
Does.
It really does on everything. You could be kicking ass, but you get exhausted when you're going that hard, that fast on anything. And next thing you know, it feels like somebody just let the helium out of the balloon and you're dropping, and you just need that moment to regroup and get back at it because you guys run on such high energy. You really
thank
do.
God.
Well,
young.
we feed on each other. I was saying this. I was like basically alone here all day. Yeah, Austin felt sick. Chase felt sick. George was in a different city.
Yeah, you were just at a football game. I saw that on social media.
the
Was that
famous-
for your brother?
Famous Idaho Potato Bowl.
Okay.
No big deal.
What is this bowl mean? What is the bowls? Anyways, hold on, let me continue.
Yeah, finish your thought.
So
Finish your
it was so dead here. Like I had to really, because usually like if you need like a 10-second break, you could just walk up to someone, bounce an idea, get back to work. It's really easy to do this. But I was here alone, and it's like this place. If you're ever familiar with liminal spaces, which is basically a space that usually has a lot of people, all of a sudden has nobody. I'm here at 5 p.m. It gets dark early in Vegas, and I'm just like on my computer alone. All the lights turned off, and I'm just like, I'm only here because of my own like drive. And it's been a while since, I opened the studio, and the studio was just me alone in here 17 hours a day for like 5 months until I got Austin and Chase and George as interns.
Really?
So like
that's how you guys started.
yeah, and it just felt so lonely, and I do not miss that at all. Like I having the people here, having the vibe, having you show up, like having my guys come in, even if like work is light, but knowing that we can actually make useful time with the downtime, knowing that like we can bounce ideas off each other is something that I'm so grateful for.
That's what today is. That's why I asked you guys to be a part of this. Social media is way down right now, and it's almost dormant what's going on in social media for the holidays. But I want to just jump on and say thank you to everybody out there who's making this happen. And I was at the gym yesterday, and this guy walks up to me and he's like, dude, I've been watching your podcast. It's really cool. I know that other side of you, but this is really cool. And Nicole's like, did I hear him just say he watched your podcast? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, wow, that was cool. And it was cool to me too, because this is somebody who doesn't walk up to me and talk to me ever. And he made it known that this is what I'm doing. But again, it comes from the energy that I get from you guys in here in your creative space, and that you allow them, you give them this, hey, we have downtime, go ahead, and everything that comes out of this is something very positive. And we as people who come in, I don't have any stake in the game. I did paint the walls, so I feel like I feel like I
wait.
am
What's
a
his
part of this.
percentage now? Does he have equity of the studio?
Yeah, equity is 0.0001% for painting that wall.
Painting the walls. But no, I feel like some sort of like I'm a part of this, and you guys allowed me to do that. So you got to tell me about your podcast that's going on, because it's very fitting to what's going on in the world. at the moment.
Yeah. So the world of football, Gridiron Junkies. If you don't know what gridiron means, if you're like just not connected to the sports world, gridiron is a reference used in the world of football. Travis.
Oh, thank you.
In case you didn't know. Again.
Didn't The Rock do a movie called Gridiron?
Yeah, Gridiron Gang, great movie, right?
Yep.
Right? Not even really about the football, just about the great message and great story, you know? Gridiron.
I would have never known that. It's about football.
Watch Gridiron Gang, dude.
It's a good movie.
Gang?
Kind of.
So is that what you call your guys?
So let them know what you do.
So
on this.
it's, we talk about all the NFL games every week. I do have a recap show. And I sprinkle in, I've been going on a lot of road trips. I think I just tallied in number 7 with the bowl game that I went to yesterday.
Who was playing that?
San Jose State. My brother is starting left tackle for San Jose.
Nice.
Didn't miss a snap this year. Shout out to bro. You know, he did his thing. Good job, Junior. He's actually going to be back in Vegas in probably 30 minutes. He flew back and then his semester is over, so he's driving back immediately. So
cool.
Is he coming in for another Gridiron episode?
He will, yeah, because he'll be back till January. So
yeah, I feel like you need to get him in.
I will. Yeah. He'll be on a couple of the shows. But back to it. If you love football content, it's a place you need to be, because this year it was just a lot of me trying to entertain the people. But in the coming years of this show, because I do think I'm going to hit 10,000 episodes, that's a goal that I made episode 1.
Very quickly. You do 3 a week, right?
It could, it'll pop out, and because that's the thing. I don't overthink it. Anything's an episode. My little road trips, my little vlog of me going on the road trip, that's an episode right there.
And that's what I'm going to do a lot more of with this show, Hero's Journey Podcast, is I'm going out on the road. So I'll be out with, these artists and touring with them and doing the same damn thing. And I did that with Josie Scott, and that was one of my favorite episodes. I was backstage just interviewing him and threw it up. And to have that freedom and be able to, now I'm back to it's just me. I can do those things and not worry about hurting anyone's feelings or whatever. So
feels good, doesn't it?
It does. It does. Not gonna lie. Well, that's cool, man.
Yeah, no, I have appreciated all the love and support. Out of all the shows that started this year, next to your show, it rivals the fastest growing, especially since I just started at the beginning of the football season, so late August till now. I've 3,500 YouTube subscribers, 7,000 TikTok followers, Instagram.
7,000 on TikTok?
Yeah.
Dude, what am I doing wrong? I'm in the hundreds.
You're not talking about football.
That's true. That's true.
There's just some niches that the pool is so big and the content is so small.
Yeah.
The good content is and football's. I feel like it's one of those things.
It is,
it's
but
saturated.
It isn't,
but
too.
People,
Correct.
It's so saturated that people will watch a show because of personality.
Correct.
Over content, because everyone's talking about the same thing.
That's where the world's headed, though. The world's headed to shows like this. They'd rather watch the Hero's Journey podcast than toss on the same boring ESPN or MTV ridiculousness fucking episode. My God.
Unless you're my dad, yeah.
They're going to toss on our podcast soon enough. They already are. They literally will probably be watching it or having it on their phone as, Rob Dyrdek and Chanel West Coast.
Well, straight up, ESPN is buying podcasts and then just running them on ESPN, the network.
Really?
So obviously they give them a little bit more money to make it look a little bit nicer, but it's literally just a podcast. That's all it is. And then they just run it after one of their shows. It's a canned thing, and people are consuming it on traditional television.
That's really cool.
It's growing. Live streams are growing. That was the coolest thing. I think we grew a lot in live streaming. Have you ever done a live stream?
No, I haven't done it yet.
Oh, we gotta.
We'll plan
pop
one.
your live stream cherry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what?
Super fun.
I think I want to do though is I want to have an artist in here, and we'll do a performance kind of thing.
You should probably have somebody who already live streams a lot, like a live stream DJ, or there's a lot of people on Twitch. You're familiar with Twitch, right?
No.
So Twitch is owned by Amazon. He twitched for those who didn't. Yeah. It's owned by Amazon. It was purchased. It's where video game live streaming started. It's like if you had a Twitch account, you live stream Minecraft, Fortnite. It's how Fortnite got so popular. Have you heard of the guy named Ninja, blue hair guy, esports? Anyways, so it's blown up. So, but also on Twitch, because if you're live streaming, you can play music. And it's considered a performance thing. It's under a different copyright law.
Really?
But you can't monetize post, so it has to be taken down immediately. But on the live, you can perform music and make tips and stuff like that. So a lot of DJs, musical artists will live stream their music. Well, they'll do covers, their own original music, and talk to the chat, basically having an at-home DJ.
Right.
So during COVID, during all this time, none of these DJs had work, and people were just going to the internet. A huge market opened up of music live streaming. And so we should reach out to some of the people we know. We have DJ E-Rock. Cisco does live streaming as well.
Killing it on Twitch.
They can bring their audience because they're used to already consuming live streams. And you might be able to convert some of those people. But if you make add like a live streaming aspect to the show, featuring live artists performing live music is definitely probably the move for you.
That's a most definitely. The one thing that I noticed that was growing, thanks to JPS Computers, was my YouTube. The YouTube channel is like that's went off, and I was in the hundreds, and now it's like over 11,000. And my Elvis Monroe page is just cracked the 2,000 mark. It's like, come on, I don't understand this world. You guys have given me a space to just be myself, have fun, interview people, and it is connecting with people. And so, Austin, tell us about your show. What are you doing?
What is your show about, Austin?
And congratulations, by the way, because it was a big day when you got moved.
Yeah, honestly, let's get it.
Yeah. So I started a YouTube channel a couple years ago with a friend of mine called The Truly Bizarre, and it was about like cryptids, like Bigfoot, stuff like that, conspiracies, paranormal. I wanted to start up a podcast companion for it. And so the best thing to do was to partner up with the Podcast Junkies network that we run out of here. So now it's been rebranded as Bizarre Junkies, but now we're doing a podcast every week, and then we're also upping our production value on these videos that are going out.
He's the first in-house brand that actually has two brands. He has the podcast live stream, and then he has this content he posts as content that's not live stream, that's not podcasting.
Think of it as like
separate.
a TV show kind of thing.
It's like more traditional YouTubing, and I think that I'm excited to see what we can experiment with the quality increase of his content.
Right.
We're just doing it less, but giving him more resources and workshopping it, allowing him to bounce creativity off here, and then spend some of our nice company time. Now that he's branded Bizarre Junkies to actually.
Now I actually get to give people work.
Yeah.
Bizarre Junkies, which is based on John Orlando's. It started with Action Junkies, right?
Correct. So so it was the Truly Bizarre, and then to keep it with both brands, we rebranded as Bizarre Junkies. So it's part of the podcast network now, but it still also has that YouTube aspect with all the videos that I was making for the past 2 years.
That's really cool. I was here the day that happened, and you were like, "Woo!"
Yeah, I was excited
and
it's already been paying off. Like we've been getting good numbers on all of our streams. Like I just had Travis on Monday, and we talked for literally an hour about like stuff being under the water and how Travis like fights demons in his sleep.
Are you
and stuff.
kidding me?
Yeah,
we made
tulpas. Yeah, we made our own tulpa, which is supposed to be like an entity or a being that is there because you thought of it.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Santa Claus.
Yeah, like Santa Claus, like Easter Bunny.
Right.
Maybe Bigfoot. We kind of talked about that.
I learned that from Supernatural. the TV show.
Yeah. I didn't.
I didn't either because I've never watched that show. But we literally spent, Travis and I spent with George a good 10 minutes making our own tulpas. And then George graciously drew them with his fantastic artistic
That was one of
ability.
the steps on WikiHow. I just didn't want to skip any steps.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We're using WikiHow.
My goodness, yeah. So they had to tell me what it looked like. And who do you think had the dirtier mind out of these two?
Oh, this guy for sure.
So accurate.
Yeah.
Austin was just thinking
I have
about
watched
a lobster.
I have watched your podcast.
Right.
Sticky Podcast is like that gets out there, and who starts it? This guy.
It's always me.
They don't call it
Always
Sticky
this guy.
Podcast for nothing, Brian.
No,
Hey,
Sticky.
You come for the
Podcast.
pause and you stay for the sticky, okay? I'm providing the sticky.
Or you just get stuck in the sticky.
Yeah.
I almost feel dirty when I get done watching.
You want to take a cold shower?
I was laughing at that. I feel bad.
Yeah, no, it's like a Howard Stern meets kids.
Yeah.
I never pieced
No,
that.
wait a minute. That's not good.
Yeah. Meets
Kids that
young adults.
listen to Howard Stern.
Young adults.
I listen to Howard
That
Stern.
sounds
I did.
definitely
like something bad.
I feel like our podcast is going to have the same vibe. Like, even like Joe Rogan. Like, Joe Rogan has gotten a lot of press. Like, he's probably the biggest podcaster and stuff like that. But people won't admit they watch him because of his controversy. It's
Right.
like, same thing with Howard Stern. Like, he's done some crazy stuff on radio and stuff that everyone's like, oh my God, he exists. But I don't watch that content. I feel like people will be like, oh, Sticky Podcast? Yeah, never heard of him. And like, but they watch it all the time.
But really, it's their number one show.
It's like a lethargic experience. Like, it's like being with the guys, and we have guests on like from. Have you been a guest? You need to be a guest.
I have not been a guest.
What's wrong with
Can
you?
he?
That's a
I
little
don't know. Can
scary.
he handle it?
Yeah, I know.
He's complaining he might need to shower afterwards. I don't know if he can
I
hang.
have seen you guys like Craigslist. You found somebody off Craigslist
Wow, we
or
really
whatever
have
it was.
had a great run.
And we're on today will be episode 32. We've done this all in 32 episodes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So
like
little, man.
because I started right after you guys. You guys had just started
Like a week or two after, yeah.
Yeah, that I came in and started my show because my first episode dropped June something with the band. Otherwise, like the early June.
Yeah.
And I was doing this last night, and Nicole's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Making sure you're not pregnant." No, but I was like,
Performing a seance.
yeah, I was like, no. I go, that's how many 7 months that I've been doing this with you guys, and it's been a blast. You know, to watch you guys grow, to learn from each other, to walk in and go, "Ooh, what are you doing? That's cool. I want to let's alter my stuff." Or I'm honored when you guys are looking at me going, that music you added to this, your reels.
Yeah.
We're doing that too. And I'm like, this is really cool. We're learning and growing together. And the possibilities, like we won't talk about it, but what's possibly going to happen in the new year with
crazy.
Sticky Paws Studios is, I'm proud of you because you walked into this and said, I'm doing this. I'm not taking any money because I believe in this.
Yeah.
And I believe in this and I will ride this out, not taking any money. And to hear that you guys were both interns.
Yeah.
Well, they were interns.
Chase.
In the floors and shit like
Yeah.
that.
I think about this all the time. Is like we've been open since March of 2021.
Yep.
Yeah, and just the distance we've come. Like me and George were doing this for like 8+ months for $100 a month, like just because we believed.
Right.
You know.
Facts.
And we're just out here trying to make it good.
Yeah.
That's
know?
awesome.
And now I feel like we're finally starting to make things good.
Yeah, 200 a month.
And you know
Yeah.
what's really cool, because I'm looking at you right now, like you've helped me with Elvis Monroe, my band. Out there, if you guys listening, watching, you don't know this about me, I'm the lead singer of the band Elvis Monroe. We just signed a record deal. Wow.
I never knew. What was
Yeah,
that?
what's
all this
going
Elvis
on?
stuff is? Wow.
Yeah. And the album drops, Story So Far drops January 27th. I'll get to announce, because this comes out today, I can't say yet, but where the venue is, but just know here in Las Vegas that's happening. But Chase, you've been helping with a little side thing that I've been doing, and that is helping build the brand of Elvis Monroe, getting it out of that dormant stage that, coming out of COVID and all that stuff where I didn't get to play. And we've been sitting in that room, but you and I got the chance to have a real conversation talking about this, what we do, what we go after, and just know that, keep believing in yourself, keep doing that. That's why I went and watched you play the other day. It was emotional. It was very cool to see you do what I can't do that, man. And I admire that very much. Just like I can't do what these guys do, but I'm going to learn and I want to know as much as possible that I can from you guys. I won't say that how old you guys are and how much older I am than you.
I'll age you. I'll age you
don't
right now.
you dare.
Yeah, like 27, right?
Yeah, 29.
Oh, 29.
I'm 29 every year. So, yeah, but that was really cool. And
Yeah, man. I'm really glad that you came out. I think there's like I'm really glad that I work on your show. Really,
Thanks,
I think
man.
there's like kind of I think Austin probably would love to work on this too. Honestly, I think there's like this bond between musicians or something. Even when we're doing stuff that's not music, although this is all really music still.
Right.
Like I'm really thankful for this show. It's one of my favorite things to come to work to do.
Oh, thanks, brother.
Yeah,
It
man.
means a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, actually, one of my main philosophies, and it's like something I've developed over the time. It's like, I know Chase from middle school. I know George from high school. I didn't know Austin, but
Until last year.
But it's kind of crazy because these guys, I've worked on independently on media stuff in high school with journalism, and I had a Minecraft YouTube channel with Chase in middle school.
Going back.
But
Yeah.
like the fact that we have kind of expanded and changed who we were. You became a teacher. You got really into sports. Chase became a musician. And then I bring him back and we're all creating this content. It just kind of shares the understanding that it almost, if you're a content creator for content creator's sake, you're not a content creator. You are someone else who has an idea and a story to share that you want to get out there. And then the medium is content creation. Right? So George, I love the fact that he that he wants to take these sports shows because we're podcasters, but we're producers. We're passionate people about the topics, right? I do crypto shows and I'm interested because I'm interested in crypto.
Right.
Therefore, I provide a better service, a better content creation thing. Like when Chase said he wanted to take your show, it's kind of in my head, I'm like, initially how I thought is like, this was work, right? You had these shows you need to do, but then like my guys were like saying, no, I want that show. I'm like, why?
Yeah.
And it's because it's the content that it's about is more interesting than just the job, because let's be honest, like we can all multitask behind that rig.
Oh, you do. And you guys have all stepped in and you guys have all worked on my show and I appreciate it. And everyone has their own style and their own way of doing things, which is really great and a lot of fun. The connection I have with Chase is that he is chasing. This music dream. And my show, I say this all the time. It's like, people say, well, this is who I was kind of thing. And now you wake up going, this is who I am. And that's who I want to be. You know what I'm saying? And we're the hero of our own story. And that's what I want. It's that easy. A guy walked in, he had his show, he was taping. He's like, what's your show about? I said the name and he went, he lit up. And then I said those words to him and he went, whoa. That's so true. I'm like, yeah, because it is. And we're in here, in this building, in this space, trying to outdo what we did yesterday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only way. And that's all I want to do is inspire anyone listening. And I want to be inspired by my guests, just like having you guys. Sitting here being inspired, the energy is unreal, you guys. It's super cool to me to have you guys not say no, or I'm too busy, or I have this to do. I pulled you away from the desk. You were working on a project. You were working on a project and you were stuck in there. I didn't even know you were here because you were buried in there working on a project. But you all took the time to do this with me. Mm-hmm. And you didn't know you were going to do it. I asked you, and I appreciate it very much, you guys. This has been awesome. Is there anything that you guys would like to say to my listeners out there?
If I have to say one thing, it's because this man is the most genuine man in the world.
Dude.
Like,
Facts.
so
Say that again.
Like, this man is the most genuine man in the world, hands down.
Preach it.
The reason why I say that is like it's not like we hand select, but we've created a philosophy at Sticky Paws when we are here purely to serve the Podcast Junkies network that these guys are a part of. Yeah. But when John reaches out and makes connections with you, it says like, hey, start tomorrow. He has this ability to really know that there's passion behind someone. Like the only thing inhibiting you from doing what you want to do is something as dumb as financials, or just something as dumb as like just knowing the right people. And he gives the ability for people like you with an extreme amount of passion, like you, Ode, Michael Sartain, all these people who aren't content creators but have an amazing message, an ability to do
Thank
so.
you.
And anytime you come in, it's like we make sure that anyone that's in this building is on the same wavelength. And I want to continue going forward, making sure that everyone stays on. The moment like there's like kind of this weird feeling, it's like we address it immediately, or we change things up.
You've proven that. You have taken that on. We had some wrinkles in the beginning, and it wasn't you and me. And so you handled that well.
Of course.
And you guys, like I said, thank you for the compliment. Thank you for having me be a part of this. Mm-hmm. Is there anything that you guys, like, we're going into a brand new year. What do you see yourselves? You guys
me having a football podcast. I am a crypto enthusiast, so buy the dip.
Buy the dip.
And I'm not just talking chips and dip, baby. I'm talking that crypto dip. But no, I don't even. I just figured I'd toss something out there that would sound cool. Follow Gridiron Junkies.
Yeah, there you go.
And stay tuned for Bryan to start a live stream so we could pop his cherry. So that just shows you like the idea. Like we had an idea, we talked about it, we planned it, and that was like 2 minutes, and that's just
that happens so often.
That was like
though.
the perfect depiction of fly on the wall at Sticky Paws.
I mean, that literally just happened during this podcast.
It happened during
the podcast. I was like, oh, you should have this person on. Simple. Let's do it tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. That's it for me, Austin.
I guess if we're gonna do the shameless plug, then follow Bizarre Junkies and Sticky Podcast, which is really just Sticky Paws Studios. But I started here. I have the least amount of time here in the studio of everybody because I started in March.
Of 2022.
of this year, 2022. Thanks to Travis for
You're welcome.
responding to my text that I sent him. But next year is just going to be insane with what we've been able to do this year
Yeah.
in such a short amount of time, at least that I've been here. Like next year is just going to be insane.
You didn't even know how to use that camera behind you.
Yeah, I didn't even know how to use
this time last year.
this $6,000 camera.
You've been doing
here.
a great job with that. Some of those little clips, like those. What do you guys call those? Your openers?
Oh, the cold opens.
Cold opens.
Yeah.
Look so killer, and I love the maybe it's your thing. I don't know, that film look that it's kind of dark and
That's
got
awesome.
this.
Yeah,
vibe.
I do all
Dude,
that.
that's killer.
Thank you.
Nice job. Like I'm really impressed with that. And,
Thank you.
And I'm somebody who, if I'm watching a movie and it comes on and I'm like, this kind of looks like this. I know this is an indie film, but does it have to look indie?
Yeah.
And
Sometimes they want it to, all right?
it makes me want to turn it off. I gave it less of a chance when it looks like that. And your clips look so good.
Yeah, I don't want the indie film look.
Yeah. and this guy's ability to just fly off the cuff and
dude.
your
the
ad
improv
lib-
skill is
improv
insane. With these two,
Yeah,
the
that's-
improv skill is insane.
Yeah, it's
We're-
really cool.
Sticky Podcast is just an improv
Watch it.
podcast. Actually.
It really is.
Yeah.
Chase.
The one thing I've got to say is
We didn't even talk about your podcast.
no, well, it's not even out yet, so I'm not worried
Well,
about it. Yeah, but the one thing I've got to say that I feel like I've learned from this show is that there is the only thing that's stopping anyone from pursuing their dreams is pursuing their dreams. You're in the way of yourself most of the time. There's a lot of people who are doing the thing that you want to do, and you can do it too. You just have to do it, and that's it.
That's really cool.
It's really not
Thanks.
profound, but it's profound.
No,
right?
some of the guests I've had in here, I remember having Murray Sawchuk come in and blew my mind the things that he did.
He is a hustler.
A hustler to land what he did here and how he did it. He was in Canada and he was, stopping his favorite shows that are on in America and writing down the names of the production houses, then riding his bike to the library, grabbing the American Yellow Pages, finding the address and sending his photos and tapes to everyone and anyone who would listen to him until someone called him and gave him a chance out here. And he had no idea what he's doing. So when that person, it made me laugh because that person who reached out to him and said, "Hey man, how can I get an agent?" And he goes, "Really? Like you're asking me?" And then he goes, "It's called Google. Google.
Give it a Goog.
Give it a good.
I'm not. Why would he help anyone? He worked really hard. So there are these little examples that just jump out of my head, of the guests that I've had and what they've gone through. And the day that you said Nathan Bryan, he's like, everyone needs to hear this. I believe it too. I just saw him this weekend, and I'm like, you're going to change the world. It's going to take some time, but you're going to change the world. And I got that in this space, So again, thank you guys. I'm not going to keep you from doing your work. This is coming out today. So anybody out there, wait a minute.
Yo.
No, I saw you celebrating Hanukkah.
Yeah. I'm Jewish, yeah.
You're Jewish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So happy Hanukkah.
Thank you.
Happy holidays.
L'chaim.
What day is this for you?
It's the third. Tonight's the third night.
Okay.
Yeah, third night.
Well, happy Hanukkah, bud.
you.
Do you get something special on the third night?
No,
Like,
I just got one gift.
you get the batteries for the
don't-
flashlight you got last night?
Yeah. No, it's just like I get a nickel a day for all the guilt,
Well, Merry Christmas to you guys. And this is going to be
Thank
a
you.
big new year, 2023. This is going to be a lot of fun, you guys. I can't even imagine what we're going to accomplish together. And I love being a part of this whole thing being brought on, Hero's Journey being brought on to the whole podcast team. And John, if you're out there listening, John Orlando, thank you so much, dude. Thanks for tapping me on the shoulder, give me a chance. Shout out to the Dadcast boys as well. All my sponsors, JPS Computers in Oregon, Jesse and Alex, thank you for working so hard for me. And you guys, Gridiron Junkies, Action Junkies,
Yes.
Sticky Paws Studios.
Follow us.
S&P Inc. Well, I'm going to have the boys from S&P Inc. in here as my guests, and you'll see and learn a lot more about what they're doing and what they've done for me. And then my new sponsor.
The reveal?
Yes.
Oh, it's going to be a good one.
Red Rock Harley Davidson. Love you guys. Thank you. That's, you guys see me on my bike and you ride. We got to get you on a Harley one day. We'll go for
They're
a
so
little,
comfortable. Way better than a street bike.
Yeah, we're going to go for a test ride to take you over there. So, and two, if you guys, anyone wants a bike, just hit me up, message me.
I think we all want to be on Harleys.
Harleys? Yeah.
We were going to start a Sticky Paws motorcycle gang.
Okay, there we go.
But John's Vanessa is going to be the leader.
Oh, yeah, that's smart.
Guys, could you imagine if we go on a ride, we all put cameras and microphones in our helmet, and then we make it a podcast?
Dude,
And
that
then
would
we
be...
recreate Wild Hogs.
Yes! We're doing it.
Let's go take on the biggest 1% club. No. So again, I'm Brian, and I got my boys.
Thank you.
Everyone from producer Chase, George, Austin, and Travis, Sticky Paws Studios. You guys, thank you so much. It's Brian from a Hero's Journey podcast. Have a great Christmas and Happy New Year. Thank you, guys.
Dream, and I believe it's coming around to me.